I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bengals going up against the Steelers. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. One receiver right, that's Brown. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. Third down here. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle. Forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And some room to work. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch. At the 3-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough starting field position here. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
Finding time. And he's got the AFC leader in receiving yards last year, Antonio Brown. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw, it's Brady. On the right side, caught by Green. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. In not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first. First carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But You've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brady to throw on second down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football.
And he loses the football the second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the... end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And in the backfield out of the starting group, you have to look out for Giovanni Bernard.
And you have to make sure you're ready to hit the spin button with this guy. Awfully exciting in the open field.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Flushed out right. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Time here to show you the starters while we have a moment defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know one guy you like from Miami, Artie Burns.
Just jumps off the screen when you plug in his college tape in terms of athleticism. And I also watched him play with some intelligence. Saw him at one point jump into the slot and pattern read and come off of his receiver to the intended one and intercept a pass. I like him.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. Dalton gives to Bernard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Corey Coleman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And his kick is right through. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin play. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Steelers. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he'll get it up the middle. He takes this for 3 to the 29. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And incomplete here on third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down, Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Passing, it's Dalton, forced out to his left. Completes it to Coleman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Dalton bootlegs out. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery. For a Steelers score. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They run. Devontae Freeman. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And this one caught by Coates. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Key 26, key 26. Here we go. Come off the ball.
Shotgun now for Brady. Surveying the field. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This will be fielded at the 6. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field. After this. Another pistol look here. Here's Dalton. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And Dalton to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, Artie Burns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
To throw is Brady. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go. Man 38.
Now a direct snap back to Hill. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And call it a gain at 19, and it moves the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And Bullock will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. The final shot before half for Brady. He's got time. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a... never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big depth. Though we'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Dalton throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a... Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Shreds the tackle. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Martavis Bryant. And in into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy...
And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, Dalton. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Dalton bootlegs out. Rolling to his right. And Eifert has it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Dalton now to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation.
380.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot. But they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. A fourth down gamble with Dalton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And this is caught at the 8. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Back now in Pittsburgh. Green, the tight end, in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw here, Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second down, Dalton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
It's our time. It's our time.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Coates complete. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Here's Bell, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right. Let's go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Ohio. Black Brown. Let's go. Black Brown.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bud Dupree.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.